What's up, guys? I am a man down today. Tom is not with me, but that has not undeterred us. We've got 15 key comics coming out that come out on the 18th of March. Do stick with us, guys, because we've got lots coming up in this video. See you in a second.
This is the future. Evolution.
Welcome back to Not Quite Mint. I'm a man down, as I've already explained to you. Tom's away in Cornwall doing wedding stuff with his my sister-in-law, as it is. So we've been in conversation all week, talking about what we're going to have as our keys of the week. We've got 15 books from various studios. We've got indies and stuff like that. We've got some unusual ones that I'm not really that sure about myself, but we do have quite a lot of books that are re-released as well. So do stick to us all the way to the end, because we have got obviously details of our monthly giveaway over there for you, and we do obviously have our pick of key of the week, effectively, that we're kind of like most excited about, and obviously what we will be reviewing buying and then reviewing later in the week. But yeah, so you're supporting the channel and that you can take part in all our giveaways. Do make sure that you are subscribed. Give us the thumbs up as well, so that we know that we're on the right track with what sort of information we're giving you. And also, guys, comment in the comments down below. We always do a question of the video, effectively, and this question is basically because it's a key video. What we want to know is, in your experience, where have you found, in terms of obviously like probably a modern day sense, where do you find the most interesting keys? Is it from independent publishers? Is there a particular publisher where you think it have the greatest vein of keys, or do you think that like it's sort of these unspoken indies that sort of crop up, have a few like rare comics, but they're obviously really popular licenses, and then all of a sudden they're sort of they just blow up? But do let us know in the comments down below, who do you think has the best keys? So quite simple. One of the main reasons for asking that question, guys, because I'm going to get straight into this keys list now. And yeah, first off, we've got, it's basically I've never heard of this publisher, and I'm kind of like, I've come out a bit of left field. There's a few other YouTubers been talking about these books that are coming out, and I do think that they might well be worthwhile keeping an eye on. And this is basically, the publishing company would appear to be Artists, Writers and Artisans, AWA. They look like they're all pretty much like mature grown-up comics, which is pretty cool. And some of the covers look really, really cool as well. So these look really weird. I'm not sure how if we'll be able to pick any of these up in the UK, but I'll definitely be keeping my eyes out on the shelves tomorrow. First up, though, guys, is 4 books that are coming out. All number ones, all limited series, all obviously tomorrow. The first of which I'll just pop up on the screen. It's Archangel 8. Looking at this one, it's a number 1, it's issue 1 of 5, and this one talks about it being when heaven and hell wage an eternal war for the souls of mankind. There is an 8th Archangel who operates under a different code. So he looks very Punisher-esque on the cover, and yeah, that one I think interests me most of all. Next up, guys, it's a bit, as much as current world events are quite worrying at the moment, we do have this one, which is, again, AWA book from Michael J. Straczynski, called The Resistance. Now, this one, again, 6-issue limited series, and it's talking about, basically, there's been a global pandemic that's killed hundreds of millions of people, but has left some of the supervisors with extraordinary powers. So yeah, that's a quite a topical and scary kind of thing at the moment. Next up, we got Red Border. This one talks about somebody escaping from a drug cartel in Texas. So this they've basically escaped. It's a 4-issue mini-series. Mexican couple comes across a mysterious house where the hosts prove to be more sinister than the cartel itself. So yeah, it sounds a bit like Wrong Turn, that horror film from whenever it was, the early 2000s. So you'll have to keep your eye open for that one. Probably won't bother with that one. And then we've got this one. They all seem like quite horror-driven titles, actually. Some of these ones, like quite, they've got that mature rating on there. This one is from John Lees, and it's called Hotel. Bit creepy, and it's just off Route 66, the Piero Court Hotel, where many check in but few check out. So it's not exactly somewhere where it sounds like you'd want to stay, but it's obviously looks quite scary and menacing on the and it's obviously got double L for hotel to just spell out hell. So Hotel Hell. Anyway, interesting. But that's the end of them anyway. As they not sure how they're going to be coming across. Which moves us on to this next one from Dark Horse Comics. Dark Horse Comics, Starship Down. Quite interested by this one. If I can pick this one up, I probably will do. It's basically talking about an arthropologist. So I think that's a person who's rather than an archaeologist, this is somebody who's like a bone expert. So they're investigating a discovery of an extraterrestrial ship buried under the ice for thousands of years in Siberia. I think that sounds pretty good. Lots of potential with that one, so yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But Dark Horse Comics is number 1. Not sure how many are in that issue. Next up, guys, it wouldn't be fair to not mention this. I think we've mentioned it for the past. It's been delayed for the last 2 weeks running. And it is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. Tom, I can guarantee this will be his pick of the week tomorrow. But yeah, it's obviously quite exciting though, because it's the first team appearance of the Ninja Rangers. So your Power Rangers are taking on the roles of your Ninja Turtles, and then flip it around the other way. I think the Turtles have got hold of the power the morphing coins, and they're going to be making their first appearance as the Turtle Rangers. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that turns out. Obviously, they're going to be fighting against the Green Shredder Ranger as well, who obviously made his appearance in the last sort of issue of this. But this is number 4. I think there might be one more issue after this. I think it's a 5-parter, so yeah, check that one out, guys. This next one is, I believe, from Aftershock Comics. Again, I don't think I've ever bought a comic from Aftershock Comics, but it's called Artemis and Assassin, and it's basically a secret time-travelling organisation sends an assassin back to World War II era to kill a woman whose death would have a cataclysmic effect on the war. So, again, quite cool if it's World War II era, so, a bit of futuristic mix with that. Again, might be an interesting one there from Aftershock Comics. This one we've mentioned before as well. It's Spawn 306. I think it was delayed last week, but it is coming out this week, and apparently it's the first appearance of a new character, potentially a villain. I'm not 100% certain, but also it's talking. It's going to go into the origins of Ninja Spawn as well. So if you're a Spawn key collector, as I say, make sure we check out 306. Then, guys, we've got the only one that we're mentioning from DC. It's this Robin 80th anniversary. Again, I thought this was coming out last week. It was slated for last week. Didn't come out. I think I saw some people in America get hold of this one though, but I'm not too sure. Lots and lots of different comics coming out this, and we were going to review this book in our when we do our weekly review video, but because it didn't come out in time, we weren't able to do it, so we might well pick that up as a book to review. But yeah, check that out anyway, guys. Lots of mini stories featuring all the different incantations of the different Robins over the years. So yeah, so it should be a pretty good one to check it out. So then, guys, we've got Marvel now. We got, I think, 5 books to go through, or 5 or 6 books to go through. First up is Captain Marvel number 16. This one's significant because it's the finale of the last Avenger run that Kelly Thompson's currently writing. It's a legacy number 150, so that always, there's always a bit of spice around sort of these sort of issues. Are putting a bit of focus on that. But basically, yeah, Battle of Captain Marvel versus Vox Supreme. It's been building all towards this. Could be an interesting issue. I haven't seen any other hints that anything else is going to happen, but yeah, Captain Marvel, Vox Supreme. So next up, we got Fantastic 420 in the current run here that's being done by Dan Slott. Yeah, I haven't been reading this, but I am going to be making an effort of going back all through. I'm going to get some omnibuses of the Fantastic Four. I really want to read the Fantastic Four run from a historic perspective. I don't know why I've been drawn to that, but I like some of the vintage covers on there and things like that, and some of the key issues are a bit more accessible than some of the other characters, and I've always liked the Fantastic Four for some reason, so so yeah. But anyway, key, this is a key, number 20. It's the first appearance of an Elder of the Universe. As I say, I haven't been reading it, so I don't know much about Elders of the Universe, but apparently we're getting a first appearance of one of them in this issue. Next up, guys, this is Ghost Spider number 8, and this is the return of Gwenom. So we've got a pretty cool looking cover up on there, obviously with obviously Gwen, and looks like obviously the symbiotes obviously taking her over there. So return of Gwenom. Pretty cool. And then also, guys, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy number 3. Me and Tom have been really enjoying this series. It's written by Al Ewing. There's a lot of sort of artist appearances on this cover by the looks of it, but yeah, written by Al Ewing. This one's going to be a key because we've got the first team appearance of the West Spiral Arm Guardians. Means nothing to me. I've read both of these issues, and that actually still means nothing to me. So I think I will be reading this. We are reading this as a bit of an ongoing review as well. So I'm kind of intrigued by this. But also we've got the first appearance of the Prince of Power. Again, don't know much about that, but yeah, it's pretty good. It looks like it's moving on quite quickly from the first 2 issues as well, because like it was all about this like you got like. Yeah, I think it was like some kind of like gods of Olympus or something were fighting each other and everything, if memory serves right. So yeah, it looks it's looking pretty cool, to be fair. This is one that Tom was telling me about. Basically, I think this is carrying on from that incoming one shot, not that far away, not that long ago. Another Al Ewing book. Now, it basically follows on from this that incoming one-shot, which I believe is in some way building up to this big Empire event that I think we're getting starting around about May time. So number 1, this is again another one-shot, but it's worthwhile obviously keeping up because it's got this one's like focusing on the younger generation of superheroes, so you like your Ms. Marvels, and I believe Miles Morales as well. So again, it seems like quite a good crossover sort of issue in that respect. So yeah, it's a one shot. I'm not a big fan of one shot, but we might well review that. So keep your eyes peeled for our next video. And of course, guys, we're coming on to the final book here, which is actually going to be a pick of the week. It's a difficult one this week because we've got a lot of like fair to middling ones, but you definitely can't turn down this Spider-Woman series that's coming up. I think it's volume 7 of Spider-Woman. It's balmy to think that there's been that many sort of incantations. But this one as well, we've got it's the first appearance of the daughter of Otto Vermis. Now, I did mention that. I almost cocked that up earlier on, but but basically, yeah. So we got a first appearance in there. It's the start of a new series. There's been a lot of hype. There's a lot of nice covers on this, so it might be worthwhile if you can get any of those incentive covers relatively cheap. It might be quite a good book to jump on. But yeah, Spider-Woman, we will definitely be reviewing this in our, as I say, our weekly video, in our next video that will come out. So do obviously stick with us. One thing that I will say, guys, because we're pretty much all done now, is do make sure that you're subscribed, because we have got a giveaway for the month of March. Now, what we're basically doing is we're going to give away a we're calling it an NQM crate, just to see how it goes. It is open to international sort of subscribers, so be subscribed, hit the like button, the thumbs up down below. Make sure you're obviously taking part in answering the questions, which, as I say, this week is all about what publisher do you think brings out the best sort of like key issues. It's a fairly contentious question, quite open-ended, but see how you get on. Basically, with this crate, guys, you're going to get our 2 pick of the months, which was our cover pick, which was this Martina Deceased Unkillables. Pretty decent story in there as well. You're also going to get the Detective Comics 3 annual there, which was all about Alfred, and it was a really good story. Again, that was our story pick of the month. Then you're going to get another, I think it's another 7 comics that we've picked from our randomly from our NQM crate. If you want to see us pick these comics out, do check out our Comic Blend episode that I'll probably get popping up on some kind of pop-up up above. But also, guys, because we really want to make this our first NQM crate really special, what we're actually doing is we're having Tom, as I say, sadly not with us at the moment, but he's basically going to be on a Thor #1 blank sketch variant edition cover. He's going to be doing a hand-drawn sketch, original piece of art. Tom is a bit of an artist, Art of Tom Mailing. Obviously Google Art of Tom Mailing, check that out, because obviously he's pretty damn talented, and we're lucky to have him involved in the channel. But yeah, he's going to be doing a sketch of Thor, which we will start doing some reveals of in future videos again, so do keep watching. And yeah, you can win that at the end of the month when we do the drawing again on our Comic Blend show, which is our monthly roundup. But that's it, guys. As I say, do subscribe, do hit the thumbs up, do answer the question. If you want to take part in the giveaway, make sure that you comment #NQMCrate giveaway, and that's it. So, thinking of Tom all the time, at this point I will always say take care, and Tom would say see ya.